Hello, my students. How are you? Today we'll explain new lesson. Multiple choice questions speak about isosceles triangle and theorem. Okay. Look at with me first question here. In the given figure, what is the value of x? We have isosceles triangle because BC equal to AB, then the measure of two angles in spaces are equivalent. We call it congruent. Then the measure of angle A equal measure of angle C. We have also x. Then x plus 42 is the summation between three angles equal 180 because the sum of interior angle in a triangle equal 180. We can solve this equation to find the value of x. X plus x equal 2x equal 180 subtract by 42. Then you can collect x plus x2x or 180 subtract by 42 and the result divided by 2. Then we can write 2x equal 10 minus 2 per 1 here. 10 minus 2 equal 8 and 7 minus 4 equal 3 and write 1. 2x equal 138. 138 I will divide it by 2 to find the measure of angle x. 13 divided by 2 equals 6 and the remainder 1. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. And the result will be letter C, 69. Next question here, what is the value of x? We have isosceles triangle, two side equivalents. The measure of two angles, the basis will be equivalent. We have also 52. Then 2x equal 180 subtract by summation between two angles 52 and 52. Right, 100 subtract summation 2 plus 2 4 5 plus 5 10. Then 2x equivalent to the difference between two numbers 10 minus 4 equals 6 and 7 minus 0 is 7. Then 76 we can divide it by 2 to find the measure of angle x. 7 divided by 2 equals 3 and the remainder 1. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Then x will be 38 degrees. Next question down here, number 3. What is the value? Okay, next question number 3 here, okay. In the following given, what is the value of x? We have here equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, it's meaning the measure of each angle equals 60 degrees because sum of interior angle equal 180. We can divide it 180 by 3 equals 60. Then the measure of angle B here, it will be 60, okay? We can divide it 60 by 3 equal 20. Then 3x here equals 60, okay? We have equilateral triangle. Then x will be 60 divided by 3 equal 20. Next question. We have here isosceles triangles. The measure of angle N equal measure of angle B. Then we have isosceles triangles. Then MB equal to MN. It's meaning N plus 1 equals 3. Then the value of N 3 minus 1 equal 2. N equal 2. He won't find the length of BN. Look at here. BN equal twice N. N 2. 2 times 2 equal 4. Then BN equal 4 centimeter. Next question here. In triangle XYZ, we have equilateral triangle. All sides are equal in lengths, x, y, and z. What is the measure of angle x? X here will be 60 degrees. 180 divided by 3 equals 60 degrees. What is the measure of the exterior angle equilateral triangle? If we have here equilateral triangle like this, we call this angle exterior. Exterior angle, it will be 180 subtract by 60, it will be 120 degrees. Then the measure here will be 120 because the angle inside interior 60, then exterior 120. Next question. In triangle DEF, we have two side equivalent. Like this, we can draw this triangle here, EDF, DEF, this triangle DEF, DEF. He give me DE equivalent to EF. They are equivalent, DE and EF. And the measure of vertex 70, we can find the measure of angle F and D. They are equivalent, right? 180 subtract 70 divided by 2. 180 subtract by 70 divided by 2. 110 divided by 2 equal 55 degrees. Because the measure of two angles in the bases, they are equivalent. And next question, here also we have isosceles triangle, like this. AB equal AC. AB equal AC, and the measure of angle C is 65. We know measure of angle C will be equivalent to measure of angle B. Two bases are equivalent, they are congruent. And the measure of angle B equals 65 also. Now I can find the measure of angle A by collect the measure angle B plus C and the answer subtract from 180, okay? We can collect together 65 plus 65 equal 130. Subtract from 180 equal 50 degrees. Then the measure of angle of the vertex will be 50 degrees. 65 plus 65, subtract the answer from 180. Okay, next question. Number 9. In triangle XYZ, we have two sides equivalent and the vertex 120 degree. We have here X, Z, Y. This angle 120. He won't find the measure of angle X. We know measure of angle X equal measure of angle Y. The measure of two angles, the bases, they are equivalent. Because he tell me ZY equivalent to ZX. Then we have isosceles triangles. The measure of two angles, the bases, they are equivalent. 180 subtract 120 equals 16. Then 60 divided by 2 equal 30. Okay, the measure of angle will be here 30 degree. Measure of angle X equals 30 degree. 30 plus 30 plus 120, 180. Or 120 subtracted from 180 equals 60. 60 divided by 2 equals 30 degree. Next question here. In triangle ABC, we have right angle triangle at A. Like this. A, B, C, right angle triangle. And AB equivalent to AC. The measure of angle B will be equal measure of angle C. They are equivalent. 180 subtract by 90 equal 90 divided by 2 equal 45. Then the measure of angle A is B equal measure of angle C equal 45 degree. Next question. XYZ, the isosceles triangle. In Y, we have isosceles triangle. And measure of angle Y equal 100 degree. We have angle here, obtuse. And we have X, Y, and Z. We have 100 degrees. The measure of angle Z. Z equal X. They are equivalent because we have isosceles triangle is the measure of two angles. The bases are equal in the measure. Okay. Then 180 subtract 100 and then divided by 2. 80 divided by 2 equal 40 degree. Measure of angle Z equal 40. Next question. If the measure of one of the base angles of isosceles triangle is 30, then the triangle will be what? Look at here. We have angle of one base 30. It will be 30. 30 plus 30 is in the angle when the obtuse will be 120. Like this. He asked about. Look at here. The base here 30. He asked about angle of one base 30, then the other will be 30. 30 plus 30 60 is in the measure of the vertex. It will be 120 to obtuse. The triangle will be an obtuse angle triangle. Next question. ABC triangle. Like this. He give me AB equal EC. And the measure of angle B equal measure of angle C. He may give me angle A 3x and B equals CX 6x. Then 6 also will be 6x. They are equivalent. B equals C in the measure because we have isosceles triangle. And then we can solve this example by this information. Sum of interior angle in triangle equal 180. Then we can write 6x plus 3x plus 6x equivalent to 180. 6 plus 6, 12 plus 3, 15. Then 15x equal 180 divided by 15 equal what? 12. Then x will be 180 divided by 15 equal 12. In the measure value of x equal 12. Next question here in triangle LMN, we have LM equal MN. Then measure of angle N equal what? Okay, he asked about what here? The base angle in the base. LM equal to ML equal to MN. Okay, then angle N and angle L, they are equivalent. It must be acute. Must be the measure of two angles. The base is acute. Okay, but the vertex may be obtuse, right, or acute. He asked about the base. The measure of angle N, it will be acute all the time. Okay, we can't choose obtuse or reflex or right. Okay, because the base, the measure of angle base in isosceles triangle must be acute angle triangle. The measure of it less than 90 degree and greater than 0. Okay. Next question here down. XYZ triangle and the exterior angle Z. The exterior angle may be equal. He give me XY. Look at here. XY equal XZ. And the exterior about this vertex. The exterior angle about this angle here, we called it what? Obtuse. I explain here. Here, this triangle angle acute. Then the exterior angle of the acute, it will be obtuse. He asked about what? The exterior angle. The exterior angle of what? Of interior angle was acute. This angle acute. Okay, then the exterior will be obtuse because some of them equal 180 degree. We call this supplementary angles. Some of them equal 180. Okay, then obtuse angle will be supplementous angle Z inside. The exterior will be obtuse. Next question here, if the length of two sides of isosceles triangle 3 and 7, what is the length of the third side? Okay, we know the third side lies between the difference and summation between two sides. Put L here refers to the third is belonging to the open interval. 7 minus 3 is 4 and 7 plus 3 equal 10. Lies between 4 and 10. Where 3 or 7? 7 because isosceles triangle. It's meaning we have two sides equivalent. 7 and 7 is 3. Then the third will be 7 centimeter. Next question. Okay, my students, complete with me. Question here, number 17. If the length of three sides in triangle 2, 5 centimeter and x plus 2 triangle here isosceles, what is the value of x? Okay, we can solve this example like number 16. The first question we know about the third will be x plus 2. The third line segment here about side will be belonging to the open interval. Do you remember? We can find the difference between 5 and 2 equals 3, and summation 5 plus 2 equals 7. Then x plus 2 belonging to the open interval. Here have give me this information isosceles. What is the length line between 3 and 7? 5 or 2? 5. Then the third will be 5. Then x plus 2 will be equal what? Equal 5 because he tell me isosceles triangle. We have two side equivalent. We have 2 centimeter and 5. Then the third will be 5 centimeter also. Then x plus 2 will be 5. It's meaning x equal 3. The length of the x here equal 3 centimeter. Next question here about question 18. We have triangle ABC. AB equal AC. A measure of angle is 60. It's converted from isosceles triangle to equilateral triangle. If we have isosceles triangle and the measure of each angle inside it equals 60 degree, we called it equilateral triangle. Then we have here equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, all sides are equal lenses. The perimeter was 18 divided by 3 equals 6. The side length of inside here equals 6 centimeter. Okay, equilateral triangle here, and we have 18 divided by 3, 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter, because this triangle was isosceles and the measure of inside angle of them equals 60, then all angles are equivalent. Is the BC here, length BC equals 6 centimeter. Question 19, in triangle ABC, measure of angle C equal A, they are equivalent. What is the measure of angle B? Okay, listen to me. I will draw a triangle here about CA equivalent to CB. They are equivalent. Then the measure of angle A equal measure of angle B. And also he gives me this information. Measure of angle C equal measure of angle A. Oh, we have now equilateral triangle. Then the measure of each angle equals 60 degree. This triangle convert from isosceles triangle to equilateral triangle because all angles are equal in measure. The measure of each one equals 60 degree. Then the measure of angle B equals 60. Okay, show the letter B here. Next question. If the sum of the measure of two congruent angles triangle, 2/3 of the sum with the measure of interior angle. 2/3, it's meaning 2/3 product by 180 because the sum of interior angle in a triangle equal 180. Then he give me the sum of two congruent angles in triangle, 2/3 of the sum of the measure. Right, 2/3 product by 180. 180 divided by 3 equal 60. 2 times 60 equal 120. Understood? 60 times 2 equal 120. Then we have here this type of triangle. What we have sum of two measure of two congruent angles. 120 divided by 2 equals 60. Then 60 and 60. You know, he tell me two angles. Listen to me. We have two angles. Two angles. Some of them equal 120. Understood? Why 120? He gives me this information. Tell me 2/3 the measure of interior angles of triangle. We know the sum of interior angle in triangle equal 180. Then 2/3 product by 100 equal 20. And two angles, sum of them equal 120. We can divide it 120 by 2 equals 60. So we have two angles 60. Then the third must be equal 60. 60 and 60 is 60 because sum of interior angle equal 180. This triangle we call this equilateral triangle because the measure of angles are equivalent. It's meaning all sides will be congruent. Okay, they are equal lengths. Okay, we call it equilateral triangle. Next question. Last question here, 21. In triangle APC, they give me this information. Measure of angle is 30, and the ratio between angle B and angle C 1 to 4. What's the meaning of this? If we put angle B equal x and angle C will be 4x, x and 4x and angle A was 30, then 30 plus x plus 4x. I will solve this example equation, okay? Equal 180 because sum of interior angle equal 180. Then x plus 4x equal 5x. 180 subtract by 30, it will be 150. The x equal 150 divided by 5 equals 30 degree. He asked about the type of triangle. Then we can find here angle B will be 30 degree and angle C 4 times 30 equal 120. 120 plus 30 plus 30. Oh, we have isosceles triangle because the measure of two angles, the bases C are equivalent. Like this triangle, I will draw here the triangle. It's obvious about the vertex at the type of all sides. We called it isosceles. The measure of two angles are equal. Then we called it isosceles triangle. Next question. Okay, first, inshallah, I will complete the future. Explain the lesson number 6. Continue the isosceles triangle. Okay, about properties. Okay, my students, understood? Okay, goodbye.